Let the record state that on this sad boy day
in Doomsville. Ow. It hurts ever so good.
the villain has watched the new Star Wars trailer, enjoyed with bitterness.
I fucked up, man. For the longest time, I had the willpower and the restraint to actually not watch the Star Wars trailer. The new Star Wars trailer. Fuck a website that fucking automatically plays videos. Here's a middle finger. You can't see it. But hey, you know what? Here's a second one. Now you gotta make double, baby. I just don't understand. What website? What website fucking automatically plays videos on articles? Oh my goodness. Man, damn, man. Can't believe it, man. And fuck me too for fucking watching it.
What's wrong with that?
Do you not understand? I don't think you grasp. I don't think you understand just how much information, how much is given away in a trailer for movies these days. And I think that applies to movies back then as well. But the trailers of today, they give out so much of the movie, especially if it's just think it's a movie that you're so hyped up about. And you watch the trailer, get fucked. That's how I feel.
But you enjoyed it, Huffle.
Damn right I did. In fact, I think I might just watch it again. So here we are, once again, all up in this bitch. This is what I did to blow off some of that steam. I just went into Photoshop and started doing some lightsaber concepts. And I really enjoyed just doing the concepts for lightsabers because I have seen art on lightsabers, concept art, and I wanted to do just a few concept lightsabers that I personally haven't seen that are just based on random things off my desk and things I seen around my household, or lightsabers that already exist and mix them up a little bit, like this double lightsaber. I always loved that damn double saber, double bladed lightsaber, ever since I seen that son bitch up in Phantom. Damn, and Darth Maul, the whole character of Darth Maul, the whole concept behind him, I love that shit. But on his double bladed lightsaber, it's always been my favorite. So if Doom was in the Star Wars universe, he definitely rocked one of those double bladed lightsabers. But it'd be more customized than the one you've seen before, Darth Maul's lightsaber. What if the lightsaber from the grip, it would have this mechanism to actually turn with the wrist? So one swing of the wrist would actually turn it in a 360 movement or spin it. And see, this is all the process that I'm thinking behind that concept from this lightsaber. And of course, on any of these lightsabers, I can just make dozens and dozens of lightsaber concepts, whether it be from copy and pasting and altering each lightsaber, including my favorite double-bladed lightsaber. And this is where I find so much enjoyment in concepting things like this, just random things that I enjoy, like lightsabers. And maybe it was, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was karma or destiny that I seen the trailer for Star Wars. Now I'm starting to come around and actually be thankful that I did see it, because I did end up making a couple pieces plus this from that trailer, some for my personal project that you'll see down the years, some you might not even see. And this is when that damn scallywag, Coffee Brew, Space Famous, was on my mind. Speaking of Miss Scallywag, I actually did a piece on her. Yep, I did a piece on her. I think in one of my previous videos, I actually had a tab open for her, but the tab stayed blank. I never went anywhere with it. It was just stayed blank, and I never did anything with it. But this time around, I actually started a piece on her. And usually when I start a character or anything that's going to revolve around my personal IP, or that's a character of mine, I'll collect reference for that character, or whether it be a weapon or anything. But this time around, I don't know. I just like, it was a little unusual. Impulsive. It's impulsive that I actually do something like that when it comes around mostly any character, but damn, maybe because she's been on my mind a lot lately. I think that's what it is. Bah! I thought you were asleep. Faker. Fight me. Alright, Snowy, let's put you to bed. Let's go. Alright, this particular lightsaber, it's actually based on my back scratcher, which oddly enough looks like a trident. Yeah, trident. And it's red. I had an itch, scratched it, said, what the hell? Might as well do a lightsaber with 4 light sources. And I started to think, well, I'm gonna start just creating silly lightsabers. I actually started doing it from the blue one, that little short blue one, which was to be like this shank lightsaber that you can fit in your pocket. Obviously, it didn't turn out like I wanted to, and looking at it now, I probably adjust it a bit more. In the end, this red trident light back scratcher saber, I ended up scrapping it and making it to a better lightsaber version. This obviously would look cool, but I don't. How would you carry it? I guess you would carry it on your back or something. But that's the whole thing on concepts. Everything is concepts. Taking a break from that orange lightsaber, get even more silly with this. Would somebody please get that lightsaber wielder some of that intergalactic human horn? Damn. Went back to the still image / GIF, whoever this mysterious character is with the guard saber is, and I looked at it. I looked at the lightsaber closely. Well, obviously, if he's had practice, I don't think he would cut himself because he's been wielding it for such a long time. Maybe, possibly, he would in the heat of action. I don't know, man. But then I also thought, what if his lightsaber has a button to retract those guards whenever he wants? Decide to paint that still image. But I also decided to mix it up just a little bit. I did see some of the artists that I follow paint the still image as well in their own way and add their own spin to it. So I added my own spin to it, implementing that V-shaped guard to the lightsaber, among other things as well. During the painting process, it came to me that it doesn't really matter what kind of lightsaber it is, because we're in the realm of fantasy. Almost nothing matters. It could be 20 light coming out that damn lightsaber. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So I'ma go finish this off. Mess with it a little bit more. Post it on the blog. Doominati. All up in your body.